Let's get HAJIA BINTU ready for a civil wedding bridal makeup look. When I received the dress that she was going to wear, I noticed that it was a draped silhouette dress. Then I decided that I was going to create an eye look that was going to draw focus onto her eyes. However, when I met HAJIA BINTU, I got to understand the style of makeup she likes, which is mostly neutral glam, and she said she does not like a lot of makeup. So there and then, I decided to clock out of the idea that I had and work with something that she would actually like. She also does not mind whether we do a matte eye or a shimmery eye. And knowing that the dress has minimal shine in it, I decided that let's do a shimmery eye look. HAJIA BINTU has a very beautiful brown skin with golden undertone, and I decided to keep it as such. So I did her blush selection that it would bring warmth to her skin without taking away from the depth in her brown skin. And to brighten her under eyes, I made use of the golden undertones that you see around her chest to brighten her under eyes, and this was how her base work was coming together. The match was impeccable. Everything was going on so beautifully. But then I thought that her face could use a little bit of contouring, so I decided to contour her chin and then her nose and a little bit around her jawline as well. So at this point, everything was coming together beautifully. I'm working together with the hairstylist Nova Strands, and then to brighten her under eye, I used a brightening effect that would be just perfect for her brown skin without taking away from the depth in her skin as well. Mattified the concealer under the eyes, and I went back in to use a powder blush, and then this was her skin work. It was perfect, like everything matched to perfection, like how it's supposed to be. And then I proceeded to add a little bit of her powder all over her face, around the blush and all of that to mattify her skin before I go in with her eye look. So like I said, we are going in for a shimmery eye look that was going to work with the dress that she was wearing. But before I got started on the eyes, I decided to re-emphasize the blush a little bit more because I thought I lost a little bit. The same with the under eye brightening as well. So when the hairstylist took off the band, I finished off the rest of her skin work, and then I did her eye work and then her brows. Her skin was looking really good, and then she changed into her robe. So before I got started on her lip work, I used a small brush just to feel around the hairline to make sure that her skin and the hairline, everything is going very well without messing with the lace. And then once that was done, and the hairstylist also finished up some touches on the hairline, I got started with her lips. So for her lips, she requested for a brown nude lip. However, when I got started, I used a brow liner first, and I went in with a neutral shade for the middle part of her lips. So once I blended that neutral shade in, and then she took a pick at it, she told me that she would prefer to have a little bit of pink in the center part of the lip instead. So when she said she wanted a brown nude, she only meant only the liner but not the entire brown nude. So she wanted the lips to match a little bit to her blush. I was like, okay. So before I switched it, I talked a little bit about how everything was coming together, and she was okay with it. I cleaned around the lip. This was the matte state of the brown nude we did before I went in to add a little bit of this pink to it, just to adjust the shade to her liking. So once I put that pink, I let her take a pick again, and then she nodded in agreement that she liked how it turned out, and I was happy that she could say that this is how she wanted her makeup to turn out. So once we were okay with how the lip is, I went back in to do some touches onto her skin, re-emphasize the blush, the under eyes, and the entire face was coming together. I sprayed it down with a setting spray to reduce the powder effect. And then onto the gloss, I did add a clear gloss and a little bit of a light pink gloss to just intensify that soft pink in her lips, and she was looking really good at this point. A lot of people in the room were giving her compliments. Her smile was so beautiful. She was jolly. She was an amazing person to work with. The session with her, she was super nice to the entire team, and I love her for that. So once we were done with all of this work while she was in the robe, I went in to add some mascara to her bottom lashes to bring it out a bit more. Did some other finishing touches off camera, and that was it for HAJIA BINTU. So this was HAJIA BINTU before I did her makeup. You all know she's a stunner. And then voila, this was her after with this bronzy shimmery eye paired with a nude lip that was perfect for her brown skin. Look at HAJIA BINTU. Her brown brown skin was written. I love the fact that we kept it the way exactly it is. And then, her body is T, and she bodied this dress from the King Fashionista so beautifully. She had some videos where she had on the bouquet and some without, and then the fascinator. So if you are a bride and you're wondering if you can rock a colorful look for your silver wedding, absolutely you can. And then if you want to have a shimmery eye for your silver wedding, I know we do a lot of matte eye for silver weddings and then also for white weddings, but then you can do a colorful look for your silver wedding. Her spot on the ring was also beautiful, and I took some videos from the official videographer. Once we were done with the phone videography, the official videographer came and need the photographer to come and take some shots of HAJIA BINTU, of which I took some clips to add on to this video for you guys to see. She looked absolutely beautiful, and she was happy with her look. So once we were done with all of this session, they took her outside to take some photos of her as well. So if you're an upcoming bride and then you want to have a beautiful shimmery eye for your wedding, I can absolutely do that for you. These were some of the videos that we took from the official photographer, the photographer, and then these were some photos that were taken by Logope Photography. The details in the makeup were spot on, nothing was washed out, and I love the indoor shoots. And this was the back of the hair by the hairstylist Nova Strands. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.